won't spend too long on this one because I'm going to do a dedicated video or two-part series on how to aimbot, how to target transition. But basically I have 3 targets right here mixed into our little mock shoot house wall setup. We've got an IPSC right here about 10-ish yards, another one at about 10-ish, and then another one at around 10-ish. And obviously with target transitioning, for this drill, I'm just going to shoot 2 rounds into each. But this is another area where I'm task processing. Every target is a task, and there's going to be a transition to go to the next target. So I go bang, bang, and then it's, can I move on to the next target? Yes, I can. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Move the gun. 1, 2, and then I start that whole process over again. So it's important to be able to switch between those tasks, and the reason I'm able to do target transition as fast as I can is because I've spent a lot of time on my sense of urgency and identifying when I'm done shooting that target. It's all mental. I'll talk about this more in the other video. But as soon as I'm done with the target, it's get off of that target. It's that sense of urgency moving from target to target. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the way most people will target transition and what a long break looks like when you're task processing between these 3 targets. So from the draw, 2 rounds per, very simple. Timer. So that's how most people will target transition. People that haven't done it a whole lot. There's going to be that break of, oh, can I move? Yes, I can. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. And there's going to be a much longer break in the target process, in the task processing between each target. So now I'm going to go ahead and shoot it. I'm going to activate the aim bot a little bit and see what it looks like. Faster task processing. So same accuracy, but I'm a little bit faster of knowing I can move now. I'm done. There it is. Obviously gun falls. I'll do another video on that. But that's kind of the difference there of being able to bring the tasks closer together, switch between them quickly, and I'm able to do that because of having sense of urgency in my training. Another area you can build more sense of urgency is moving between shooting ports or moving between shooting positions. Obviously moving as well, but really basic. I'm simply going to be shooting a target from this side, and then I'm going to move the gun to this side, and I'm going to demonstrate how I see a lot of people shoot it and how they can push themselves to shoot it instead. So I'm going to go ahead, attack mag. Really simple. The way I see a lot of people will shoot a drill like this is they'll come up, they'll find their target, then they go, oh, I'm done, okay, I can go over here now. And they're comfortable, and they're complacent with what they're doing. They're just going their comfortable, easy speed. And it is easy. You're not pushing yourself, you're not trying to move fast, you're not really trying to excel. So now I'm going to show what you can be doing instead to be a better shooter and be a faster shooter and get rounds downrange much more efficiently. So simply get the gun on. So I'm a lot faster. As soon as I'm done, same thing, task processing. Oh, I can move now. I can go to the next port. I'm pushing myself. I'm trying to make my brain move very quickly. And that applies to shooting through ports. As I'm shooting, next port, next port, next port. Just like that. I'm moving fast and moving efficiently. Some people go, oh, you look like a robot when you're doing it. Maybe, but I'm trying to be efficient. There's a couple things to take into consideration when you're working on your sense of urgency. And the first is, if you are new to this and you're new to pushing yourself, and maybe you've grown up shooting, but just you've been shooting Coke cans off of a log and you really haven't pushed your speed or working from holsters or doing whatever, it can be very easy to get mentally drained while you're doing this because this is hard. You're constantly trying to push yourself. And don't push yourself past diminishing return where you're just mentally destroyed, but you're still trying as hard as you can to do whatever it is because you're not getting good training reps in. If you hit diminishing return where you're like, I'm not getting anything out of this, just stop shooting. You don't need to keep shooting. It's actually better to stop and identify as soon as you've hit diminishing return where you're getting nothing out of what you're doing and just cut it for the day. There's some days I come out here when I'm doing my own training where I'm not doing videos and doing stuff like this, and I'll just go home early because I realize I've hit my diminishing return. It's, you know, could be because of you know, sleep that I'm not getting or stress from work or whatever it is, and I only get an hour or 2 hours of actual good training on the range. I could force myself to say an extra, you know, 4 hours or 5 hours, but I'm actually getting anything out of that? And the answer is probably not. So that's something that you need to be aware of. And then the second thing is, when you're working on your sense of urgency, that doesn't mean you just need to shoot everything faster. No, you still need to be able to hit your targets. Speed isn't any good if you can't actually hit stuff. But the point of sense of urgency is when I am not shooting, when I need to move or reload the pistol or clear a malfunction or transition to a pistol, there's no reason for that stuff to be slower. My shooting speed is going to be determined by target size, target distance, and target opportunity. But everything else, that can all be fast. If I make the decision to move from here to move to there, there's no reason for me to just lumber along slowly. No, I'm going to move with purpose to that point, mount the gun as fast as I can, and get back on the target. Or if I'm moving between ports on a barricade, there's no reason for me to go, oh, tum-de-dum, I'm just gonna go nice and slow down here. No, I'm gonna go as fast as I can. My shooting speed will be adjusted so that I'm at that 90% performance of getting my hits, but everything else can be fast. My draw speed never has to change if I'm shooting a target at 10 yards or target at 50 yards. If I go to draw, it's the same speed every time. I don't need to slow that down. And you're going to get to that point if you're putting sense of urgency into your training and you're starting to develop those good habits. So I really hope that helps you guys. I have another video coming up soon, which is going to be titled The Most Important Fundamental of Shooting. You guys can surmise what that is in the comments. But until next time, I'm Lucas with T.rex Arms. Whew. 8:33, I miss.